Da 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 Yes, Pikachu. Yes, Respinlier. Another dead Pikachu. Ha 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 ha. And today's question of the day, do you prefer desktops or laptops as your main computer? Alright, leave a comment, and here's the battle. So here's a battle with Pokemon trainer Dwayne. I've played him quite a few times before, and I'll leave a link to his profile, link in the description. He's an excellent YouTube battler. Anyway, I lead with Azelf, he leads with Nidoqueen, and I'm just going to go with the Psychic right off the bat, just to get some much-needed damage on the Nidoqueen, and it ends up hitting it to like 1 hit point. And he's going to go into Heatran, and I just go with a Fire Blast, because I kind of, didn't want to use the same move, but he ends up going to a Heatran. So I don't know if that was prediction or just pure luck on his part because he was predicting the Psychic. I don't know. But I start with the Stealth Rock. I have the Focus Sash. That's what I do. And I'm going to go into Suicune, predicting another Overheat. And, so another Overheat isn't going to do a whole lot to Suicune, even after the Flash Fire. So Suicune is pretty good right now. And I'm just going to go for a Calm Mind. Because, it's always a good move. And he goes into an Azelf. And I know he's probably going to Thunderbolt me, but I decide to try to hit it anyway, because I know it'll do quite a bit of damage, if not kill the Azelf. So I go with the Surf, and it doesn't quite KO. And I'm looking at my team, and I really don't have anything that can take a Thunderbolt too well. So, I just kind of leave Suicune in to die. So that's kind of bad, and I lose Suicune early, which is, well, not good at all. So I go into Scizor, and I predicted he's going to try to stay in, because I think he's going to predict the U-turn of Pursuit. So I decide to go for the Bullet Punch, and it ends up being a pretty nice prediction, and I end up taking the Azelf down. So now he goes into Heatran, and I have to switch, so I had to go into Mence, predicting an Overheat, and I do get the Overheat, which is pretty good, and Mence takes that pretty well, considering the resistance. And obviously a second one isn't going to do a whole lot either, so I decide to predict the switch and go for the Dragon Dance. And now he goes to Milotic, and I don't want to stay in against Milotic, just because if there's if this is like a EV'd in defense, I might not kill it, and then it'll one-hit KO me with Ice Beam, and I just don't want to lose Mence quite yet, because he's my only fire resistance left, and I really need to keep him. But anyway, I kind of predict a switch into Heatran, so I go for a Superpower, but he just uses Recover, which is excellent on his part, so he just sees what I do pretty much. And I can't stay in with Scizor anymore, because obviously because of the defense and attack drop, so I decided to go into Machamp, because Machamp is pretty bulky, and he goes for an Ice Beam, I guess predicting a switch into Salamence, and good thing I didn't. So I go into Machamp, and I'm just going to go for a Stone Edge, just in case he has a Ghost or, something else that resists fighting on his team. But he just sends out the Nidoqueen as death fodder, so that's whatever. And now it goes into Metagross. And I don't want to stay in against this quite yet, so I decide to go into Scizor, predicting, a Meteor Mash, or I don't know. And yeah, I'm just going to go for a U-turn, but it outspeeds me, which is kind of sad, and I'm just get a U-turn off, and that does over half the Metagross though, so that's pretty good. And now I'm going to go into Mence, because I know I can outspeed a Metagross with Mence, and I have Earthquake, so I decide just to go for that. And, I go for an Earthquake. He goes into Milotic, and looking at how much Earthquake does, I'm thinking it's a 2-hit KO, so I'm going to go for it. Maybe it's a bit of a risk on my part, but I'm thinking, you know what, it probably is a 2-hit KO, and that would be really good to get the melodic out of the way. And it is a 2-hit KO, and I end up taking down the melodic, and now he lost pretty much what, what Mence fears. But I can't stay in against Heatran because it's Scarf, and it probably has Hidden Power Ice or Dragon Pulse or whatever. So I go into Scizor to see which one he's going to lock himself into. And now I go into Miss Magius, knowing that she can take a Hidden Power Ice like a goddess. But I'm going to set up a Calm Mind on the switch, and now he goes into Mence. And I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. I probably should have just subbed, because I could have been able to stall this Salamence out with like sub stalling, but I just go for a Shadow Ball, and I thought I could kill it, but I didn't. So there you go. Yeah, so Shadow Ball takes it down like 1, as I'll finish it off. And while it's sad that Miss Magius had to die because of its sexiness, it was a kind of a needed loss. So anyway, he goes into Heatran, and I'm just going to keep Azelf in his Death Fodder. And now I go into Machamp because Machamp can take at least 1 Dragon Pulse. And I'm going to use the Dynamic Punch. He goes into Metagross to take it, but obviously Metagross doesn't take it. And, yeah. His last Pokemon is Heatran, and he decides to go for a Dragon Pulse. I guess half predicting to switch into Salamence, but I don't switch. I just stay in with Machamp and Dynamic Punch. So, great game, Dwayne. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and check him out. Peace.